Well, hey y'all. Today I have a super practical, tactical, take notes kind of episode for you because one of the things that I've noticed slash have had to look at myself and look at with clients is that sometimes SEO isn't the problem. You may have great SEO, you may have great keywords, you may have great page titles, load speed, all of the things, but you're still not seeing the conversions that you want to see in your business from your website. And spoiler alert, it really might be your website copy. So listen in as I walk you through 5 easy, faux free things that you can do today to improve your website copy and ultimately your conversions from your website. Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing with me, Faith Hannon. Do you want to grow your business with organic marketing and finally feel like you can understand SEO? Are you scouring the internet for how to get more website traffic, SEO for dummies, and how to market on Pinterest? Have you tried to grow your business with SEO and blogging only to get frustrated and quit because it's overwhelming and too time consuming? Been there. Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, Jesus lover, copywriter, blogger, wife, wrangler of tiny humans, and barrel racer. And let me tell you, I didn't have time to waste sorting through SEO and keyword strategies that either didn't work or were so over my head I couldn't understand them. I honestly thought that SEO and blogging only worked for people with a PhD in tech jargon and a whole team of employees, until I learned these secrets. Good SEO strategies don't have to be complicated, and creating and marketing great content doesn't have to take more than a couple hours a week total. So pop in those earbuds, slam some coffee, and let's grow your business with simple organic marketing and a healthy dose of biblical encouragement along the way. So I feel like sometimes when you get into SEO and you really start putting all of those back-end things in place and really just honing in on the power of SEO, you do the things and then you look up in a couple months and you're like, why is my bottom line not, my bottom dollar is not increasing? And you're just like, quit playing games with my heart, you stinking website. But in reality, it might not be your SEO. And I say this with all the love in the world, as I like SEO, right? I love SEO. It's oddly satisfying to hack the system. But sometimes your SEO is not the problem for your conversion, okay? Now, as I was figuring out this episode, I just had a flashback to a ridiculous meme I saw one time with like a picture of a bodybuilder and the words on it were misspelled. School is important, but muscles are importanter. But I think sometimes that's how we look at SEO. We're like, oh, I just got to get the traffic. And then people get to your website and they don't convert because your website's not doing its job once SEO gets them there. Okay. And it's just been really fun to see how, like I talked about in the episode 68 that came out on Tuesday, it's just been really cool to see how God built this skill set for me to be an SEO friendly copywriter. Because as a copywriter first and then an SEO strategist, I'm able to take a look at, okay, is the SEO working? Yes or no? And then once it's working, is the copy working? Okay. And obviously we are all learning. We're all in process. I'm pretty sure that everybody in the whole wide world that runs a successful business would probably tell you that there's something they need to improve on their website. Raising hand, front of line here, okay? There are things on my website that I have on my to-do list, my project list, that are gonna get revamped in the next few months, okay? So all of the grace in the world here, if you're just like, Faith, I'm embarrassed to send you my website because it's poop. It's okay. I love you and I want you to succeed in business. That's why I'm offering these tips, okay? So now, 5 things that your sweet little self can do for free to improve your website copy. All right, number 1, verbally process. Now, not everybody processes best by writing. Not everybody processes best verbally. Generally, I think people process like predominantly in like one of the other. Like they're either a verbal processor or a writing processor. I do both. I don't know. It's just the way that God made my brain. It's fine. But work with how God made your brain. If you need to sit down and hash out a problem with a friend or like just work through something verbally, then you're probably a verbal processor. So don't try to just write your website copy without ever verbally processing it, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to sit down, think about your business, think about the person that you help. Think about their number one desire and their number one need, their number one problem. And I want you to process verbally, just talk out how you help them. Okay? Literally just talk it out and record yourself. Please, for the love of all things holy, record yourself, because you're going to have some good ideas that come out of your mouth that you're then going to want to be able to take and put into your copy. You can even record this and then have like pay a service to put it onto transcript, right? Like there's services like Timmy and different places like that you just pay like a certain amount per minute and it gives you the written transcript. Now you're going to have to edit it, okay? Please don't just like talk out your website copy and then pop that, like transcript on there. Please do not do that. It will be horrible. The verbally processing part is to help jumpstart your brain so that you can start thinking about your website copy in the correct way in terms of your client. Now, if you've never heard me talk about website copy before, I want you to remember this for now and ever until Jesus comes back. Make your website customer centric. Your customer does not care about the 65 years of business history that your business has until like 5 years down the road of working with you. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but their number one question when they come to your website is, can you solve my problem? And if you don't tell them that clearly in the above the fold section on your website, you are losing customers, baby. So make sure that the above the fold section on your website has an answer to their number one question, which is, can you help me with whatever it is that your business does, okay? Now, if you're just like, what? I don't even know. This doesn't make any sense. Then go ahead and shoot me an email and I will direct you towards what I believe is the best resource for you to get started with your website copy. Shoot an email over to info@faithhannon.com and we will just offer our honest opinion, like no, you shoot your straight opinion on whether we think you need to just buy a book that we recommend and revamp it yourself as best you can, or if you need to book an hour consult call, or if you need to book a full-on website copywriting package, which BT dubs, those are very, very limited because they're very in-depth. But shoot us an email, info@faithhannon.com, and I'll just tell you, hey, I think this is the best course of action for you. Take it or leave it. But even if you're like, I can't do anything right now, Faith, I have $0, you need to verbally process if you're somebody that really stinks at processing via writing. Okay, tip number 1 is verbally process. Tip number 2 is cut out half the words. Half the words. And I say this as somebody who I love to write. I love lots of words. I like long books on the beach, okay? I like reading. I enjoy reading. But the fact of the matter is people skim websites, people skim blogs. They don't read them word for word. And so as you're drafting your website copy or redrafting and revamping your website copy, do it in a Google Doc or something and have like 2 drafts. Have like a full draft and then take that, copy it, make a second draft, and literally cut out half the words. And just see how much that reduces the mental stress, so to speak, the mental work in reading that, because your brain is having to work less to read less words. And spoiler alert, we are all lazy humans looking to conserve brain calories and physical calories anywhere we can. So the easier you can make it for your customer to understand what you do and how you do it in the fewest amount of words-ish as possible. Like, you still want to be clear, but you probably have too many words if you're like most humans. You need to cut your copy words in half. Just try it, okay? That's tip number 2. Now, tip number 3 is you need bullet points. You need bullet points on your website. I'm going to say it again. You need bullet points on your website. Your website copy does not have to read like a novel. It does not have to be pleasing to your college English professor that was always cranky, or even your high school English teacher. Bullet points are allowed and encouraged in website copy and blogging and all things internet because, again, we want to help our customer to clearly and easily understand what it is that we offer and how we can help them. Okay, so bullet points are your friend. Okay, tip number 4 is this. I want you to write 5 iterations of the same idea. Now, for the big hitter sections on your website, specifically your above the fold statement, I think you need to write at least 5, preferably 10 or 20 iterations of that copy. Why? Well, because let's be real, your first draft is not usually your best draft. It's not mine, okay? When I'm working with a website copy client, I typically write 5, 10, sometimes even 20. Like even as a professional copywriter, seasoned, been there, done that, I still write 5, 10, sometimes 20 iterations of the big hitter sections on their website. Why? Well, because it's worth it, right? It's worth it to get that copy right so that your customer knows, hey, this is for me. And then they convert, maybe not to a paying client immediately, but to at least an email subscriber, okay? So that you can stay in touch with them. So tip number 4 is write 5 iterations of the same idea. And if you're like, oh my gosh, Faith, I need all of this. I need this laid out for me. I need a template. I need to see what this looks like. I need to see what my website flow should look like. Then just purchase the Organic Marketing Framework. In that, I have literally given you my template for homepage website copy, because I just realized, like, Faith, this is dumb. You keep reinventing the wheel with all of these website copy clients. So I put together a template and I gave that to you. And in that template, I tell you this piece of copy needs to go here. This is how you create it, okay? Images need to go here, here, and here. And this is how you name them for SEO, spoiler alert. And this is the flow of your website. This is how you come up with these statements. All of that is laid out for you within the Optimize Your Messaging, Optimize Your Website section of the Organic Marketing Framework. And then don't worry, I take you through all of the SEO stuff as well so that you can get the people to your website. But then I also take you through how to make your website effective in generating leads and conversions, okay? So tip number 5 is this. You ready? Copy trade with a friend, okay? Now this is a really fun one, I think, because in reality, a lot of times as business owners, we are so close. We are so close to our business. We're so, it's like that old saying, you can't see the forest for the trees, because you are up in the weeds of your business. Whereas if you sit with a friend who is, obviously business savvy, and you let them kind of start the copy process for you, and then you do it for them, y'all are going to see aspects of each other's businesses that you don't necessarily see for yourself because you're just so close to it. And I saw this with a client a long time ago. She had a great offer. She had a great business. She just really loved to serve her clients and was doing a great job of it. But when it came to her website copy, like, her copy was not doing her business justice because she was so close to it. Now, she had hired me to do some copywriting for, so I was able to help her with that. But I realized that not everybody is in a place to hire a really great copywriter. So copy trading with a friend is sometimes an amazing idea. And you can do this for like website copy, or you can even do it with like launch copy. Heck, you could even do it with like content planning and just sit there and hash out like, hey, I see this strength in you. You're really great at these 10 things. And then, hey, I see this in you. You're really great at these 10 things. And just let your brains work together to create a better copy and a better strategy for each other. Because y'all, I don't know if you realize this or not, but we need each other. None of us is the best there ever was at all of the things. So it's really fun and it's really encouraging to lean into, your friend's strengths and then offer yours as well. So that's what I have for you today. 5 down and dirty, quick, easy to do yourself tips to write better website copy so that when SEO gets the people to the website, then your website copy can convert them and turn them into leads and ultimately paying clients. Because let's be real, we're in business to make money, to sell, and to help people like with what we're good at, right? And so if our website's not doing its job in converting those people, then we're missing it somewhere. So I pray that this blesses y'all and you're able to take these tips and implement them. If you have any questions, please shoot an email over to info@faithhannon.com and we will shoot you straight, tell you what we think the best next step is for you. And honestly, even if it's not working with me or purchasing my course or purchasing a coaching call, I'll tell you. Promise, pinky promise, okay? So y'all have a great rest of your day and we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.